The story of the old woman who found happiness in every situation. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an old woman named Mira. She was known for her radiant smile and peaceful demeanor, no matter what challenges life threw her way. People often wondered how she remained so calm and joyful, even when life seemed difficult. One day, a young woman named Sita approached Mira. Sita was struggling with life's hardships and felt that happiness was always out of reach. She asked, "Mira, you seem so content all the time. How do you manage to stay happy in every situation?" Mira smiled warmly and invited Sita to sit with her by the garden. She began to tell her story. Many years ago, Mira had been just like Sita. She had faced many hardships, including the loss of loved ones, financial struggles, and moments of deep loneliness. For a long time, she allowed herself to feel overwhelmed by life's challenges. One particularly difficult time, when she lost her husband, Mira found herself sitting by the window, staring out at a stormy sky. The winds howled and the rain battered the earth. Everything felt dark and hopeless. But as she sat there, a small bird appeared, struggling against the wind but still managing to fly. It landed on the windowsill for a brief moment, and Mira noticed something remarkable. Despite the storm, the bird did not appear distressed. It simply waited for the wind to calm. In that moment, Mira had a realization. Life is full of storms, but they are temporary. Just like the bird, she too could learn to navigate the storms of her life, knowing that they would pass, and peace would return. Mira went on, "I used to think that happiness was something that would come to me if I had everything I wanted. But I learned that happiness is not found in perfect circumstances, but in how we choose to respond to them." She continued, "When I stopped waiting for the storm to end and instead embraced the calm that I could create within, I found happiness in the most unexpected places." The old woman shared her practice. Every morning she would wake up and be thankful for the little things: the warmth of the sun, the sound of birds singing, the smell of fresh bread baking. She chose to focus on what she had rather than what she lacked. Even when things went wrong, she found ways to be grateful for the lessons they brought. Mira told Sita another story. "There was a time when I had a small garden. One day, a fierce wind blew through, and some of my favorite flowers were uprooted. I was upset, and for days I thought about what had been lost. But then I noticed something. The flowers that remained were thriving. The soil was rich with new life. Sometimes things must be removed to make room for new blessings." The old woman smiled again. "I learned that to be happy, we must accept the flow of life. Not everything will stay the same, and not every loss can be prevented. But when we let go of the need to control everything, we make room for peace and joy." Sita listened intently as Mira concluded her story. "The secret to happiness is not in avoiding challenges or having everything go your way. It is in choosing to be at peace with what is, finding joy in the small moments, and letting go of attachment to outcomes. Happiness is a choice that comes from within." Mira stood and pointed to the sky, where the storm had passed and a beautiful rainbow had appeared. "You see, Sita, even in the darkest of times, something beautiful is waiting to emerge. Your happiness will be born from the way you choose to see the world." Mira's story taught Sita that happiness isn't a destination, it's a state of mind. By cultivating gratitude, accepting life's ups and downs, and embracing each moment, anyone could find peace and joy, no matter the circumstances. And so, Sita left Mira's side with a lighter heart, knowing that she too could be happy in every situation, just as Mira had been. Lessons from the story. 1. Perspective is everything. Happiness comes from how we see the world, not just from the world itself. 2. Gratitude transforms. Even in tough times, focusing on the small things you're grateful for can shift your mindset. 3. Acceptance leads to peace. Life won't always go as planned, but accepting things as they are opens the door to happiness. Let go of control. Happiness thrives when we stop trying to control everything and trust that things will unfold as they should. By following the example of the old woman, we can all learn to find happiness within, no matter what life throws our way.